All right. Again, thank you everybody for coming to our virtual Accepted Students Day. I'm going to start off by sharing my screen so we can jump into tonight's presentation. All right. Everybody can see my screen, right? We're good to go. All right. So this is our ultimate goal, right? To get you to your next goal, whatever that may be. We're really excited to be hosting our graduation once again at the Prudential Center this year in May. So it's an exciting day, and we always like to start with this picture because we like you to start thinking about what is that next goal and ultimately what you want to accomplish here at William-Paterson and moving forward from there, whether it's that dream job, grad school, medical school, dental school. That's our goal to get you to that next goal. Here on the screen, you can see a number of employers that have taken on our students over the past few years. This is just a handful of them. And you can see all the different industries listed on there, healthcare, business, communications, insurance, a number of different areas. And you see that stat, 82% of our alum are employed or in graduate school within 6 months after graduation. So our students are very, very successful when they leave our campus. A few things to consider as you're making this final college decision. I tell students all the time, the college admissions process is not cookie cutter, right? It's all individualized, right? So you have to decide what are the most important things for you. And that's why you're here tonight, right? Is to ask your questions and find out that important information. Maybe it's about costs, so you're really here for financial aid information. Maybe you have some questions about programs, or maybe you want to find out about support services like career development that we're going to talk about in a few minutes. So when you got your acceptance letter in the mail, you should have got your accepted student checklist. This also is included in your acceptance email. And we've been talking about all the different steps you need to take. I know from looking at the list before tonight's event, I know we have a number of students that have already started some of these steps, by paying their $125 enrollment deposit. But I know there's many of you still out there making your decisions. So hopefully after tonight, you'll want to take that first step. If you cannot pay the $125, we can have you fill out our waiver form where we can defer the $125 to your tuition and fee bill. We don't want to keep you from taking those next steps. Only if you're planning to live on campus, do you need to pay the $150 housing deposit and doing the housing contract. Again, if you're planning to commute, you don't have to worry about that. Hopefully by this point, you've all been in your WP Connect account. That's going to be your lifeline here at William-Paterson, right? That's where you're going to register for classes someday. That's, where you'll see your degree evaluation once you start taking your classes. And that's important for our transfer students that are joining us tonight. It's also a place where you can check your William-Paterson email. And make sure you continue to check your personal email because our admissions office, we're going to continue to work with you via your personal email. But as you go through more steps in the process, more of the offices on campus are going to be reaching out to you via your William-Paterson email. So it's important to go in, activate that, check it a few times a week. I tell students all the time, set a reminder every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 4 o'clock to check, right? So that you're not missing anything important. After you do the enrollment deposit, you'll do placement testing. Now, for my transfer students, as long as you've completed a college level English or math, in most cases, you will not have to do any type of placement testing. There's a number of different ways around placement testing for our high school students as well, right? That'll be starting as freshmen. If you've submitted test scores to us, SAT or ACT, we can review those to see if they hit the numbers on the screen. If they do, you'll be exempt from placement testing. If you also have completed a college level English or math, we know many of our students that enroll at William-Paterson have dual enrollment credit, right? You've already taken college level classes in high school. You can ask that college to send us your official transcripts and we can review you, ultimately determine if we can place you directly in a college level English and math classes. The next one would be a transcript review. This is usually recommended for students that have taken some higher level English and math courses and done well on them. If so, our Office of Testing and First Year Foundations can do a transcript review and you can avoid placement testing. And if all else fails, you'll take the placement test, right? But the nice thing about our placement test now, right, is that it is done remotely. All right, you don't have to come to campus to take a placement test. After you pay your deposit and do your placement testing. You'll get your invitation to orientation. Orientation's a great time on campus. We'll be hosting 2 rounds of them this summer where you'll come to meet with other accepted students. You'll meet your advisors. You'll review your fall class schedule. We invite your parents. A lot of fun activities going on that day. This is a lot of times where our students will and ultimately meet their roommates, right? They'll connect with somebody at orientation, right? And they'll decide, hey, we should live together for the upcoming semesters. So we always recommend students coming to orientation. So for my soon-to-be freshmen, right? So my high school seniors, we do prepackage your fall 2022 schedule, and we do that for a number of reasons. Number one, it's a big transition from high school to college, right? You've got a lot to figure out, okay, right? As you have making this big step in life. Not having to pick out your classes is one of those things we can help you with, right? Plus, we know exactly what you need to take to get onto that path to success, right? So we're going to schedule you for the classes you're going to need to take based on your major, based on your university core curriculum requirements that you need to take. Okay, so this Willpower 101 program is going to get you off to a fast start at William-Paterson. And through this program, you'll take a Willpower 101 class where you'll meet with an advisor or faculty member twice a week, right? And you'll see some of the things that you're going to discuss in that class. And these are all things that are important for any student, right? Any major, right? Across the board, right? So it's great for all students, right? Study skills are important, whether you're a nursing major, a music major, education major, financial planning, academic goals, graduation goals. So when we set you up into these classes, you're going to have multiple classes with the same group of students. Usually it's 2 to 3 classes. And the benefits of this is you make those study groups. You're making connections right away. I mention all the time, I teach part-time in the communication department here at William-Paterson. And one thing I noticed, anytime I had a cohorted group of students that had multiple classes together, including my class, they always did better in the classroom. They worked better in groups. They pulled for each other. So there's a lot of benefits to us coordinating your schedule for the first semester. Now, again, I mentioned earlier, I know we have some transfer and second degree and readmit students joining us tonight. You're going to go through the registration process, starting with the first semester. Registration is now open to all of our transfer students. So make sure you go in and take a look at your credit evaluation. Reach out to your academic advisor. When you got your acceptance package, it'll tell you based on how many credits have transferred in, whether you'll have a professional advisor, right? Gabrielle Brown from our admissions office, or if you'll go directly to your faculty advisor. Over the next couple months, we'll also be hosting virtual advisement and registration sessions. I think I saw a few familiar names from Friday that joined us, where you'll come to our Zoom session and you'll meet one-on-one with an advisor in a breakout room, and they can help you pick your classes for the fall semester. Here at William-Paterson, we pride ourselves on providing an amazing education and exceptional value. On the screen, right, you'll see what the cost at William-Paterson was this year, just a little over $14,000 for the year. The room and board, about a little over $11,000, depending which residence hall and which meal plan you pick. And starting in fall 2020, we provided a grant for our out-of-state and international students, which offsets the cost as long as the student remained as a full-time student, 12 or more credits per semester. But you're going to get more financial aid information in just a few minutes. So I don't want to take our director of financial aid, Michael Corso's thunder. So he's going to go over some of this more of this information in more detail. Bills will be generated typically in early July, and we'll reach out to you about payment plan options as well too. And bills will begin to be due in early August. So again, you're gonna hear more about this information in a few minutes in terms of funding your education here at William-Paterson. 2 of our newest things, Pledge for Success and the Garden State Guarantee. Again, that kind of brings us back to the beginning, right, of our ultimate goal, right? Where do you want to go next, right? We hope that first stop is with us. so then we can get you to that next stop afterwards. We implore you to keep the conversation going. Join our Facebook group. I get the notifications every day of students joining to connect with other accepted students, and seeing all the students that are making their choice of William Paterson there. It's been very exciting the past couple of days. We have a saying here: together we'll do this, right? We're here for you. You're going to find that tonight, right? With the admissions staff, with Michael Corso from Financial Aid, Alice Barrows from Career Development, and our student ambassadors. We're all here to help you. We hope you make William Paterson your first choice for college. Congratulations to those that have done that so far, and hopefully many more of you will do that as the week goes along. Just want to provide some contact information before I welcome Michael Corso to present. Mr. Josh Bulin, he's our Associate Director of International Admissions. So if we have any international students joining us tonight, I'm sure you've heard from him before, but please feel free to reach out to him. We've got to get some updated information on here, as we've got some new counselors that have joined us. But you've probably heard from Stephanie and Janelle throughout the process, and Stephanie's here tonight. So if you have, please feel free to reach out to her. If any of your counties fall under Melissa, please feel free to reach out to either Janelle or Stephanie. Melissa just gave birth the other day to her first baby boy. So she has a good reason not to answer you guys right now. But Stephanie and Janelle would love to hear from you guys. Myself, Christina, and Missy are the transfer team doing the transfer decisions. And I mentioned Gabrielle Brown. She is our transfer advisor that works in the admissions office. So for those that maybe need an advisement appointment, again, just for transfer students, or feel free to reach out to her as well. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen so we can all come back together. Again, I saw a bunch of questions in the chat. I will continue to answer those, but I'm going to kick it over to our next presenter, Michael Corso, the Director of Financial Aid, to take us through the next portion of our presentation. Michael.
Hello, everybody. Great to be here with you tonight, and thank you for being here to help finalize your decision. And hopefully my presentation will help. What I'd like you to do is make sure that you take screenshots of anything that I put up here so that you could take it away with you right away. So here we go. So we are here to help. This is our contact information. So if you have any need, you could email us or call us. Okay, hopefully everybody has applied for financial aid, but it's not too late. You'd go to FAFSA, and using your 2020 tax information, you would complete the 2022-2023 FAFSA. And every year you can complete the FAFSA as early as October 1st. So please make sure you do that. That allows you to get free financial aid from the federal and then the state government. Now, if you're from New Jersey, once you complete the FAFSA, you'll also need to go into NJFAMS. That is the New Jersey site. And you'll need to go in there and register and just make sure that you don't owe the state any documents, because the state does their own verification of financial aid, separate from the federal government, separate from William Paterson or any other college or university. So you'll need to always make sure, if you're a New Jersey resident and you want free money up to $8,700 a year free, you want to go to this site and make sure that you don't owe them any information. You want to wait about 2 to 3 days after you fill out the FAFSA, because the FAFSA has to go to HESA, the New Jersey site, and get that information. Really important, once you receive money from the state, you must complete your FAFSA every year by April 15th. If you don't complete the FAFSA by April 15th, you will lose your state award for the fall semester of the following year. So it's really important that you complete the FAFSA between October 1st and April 15th of every year. So, real quickly, the difference between direct costs and indirect costs. Direct costs are what you pay directly to William Paterson University, and normally they include tuition and fees, and if you live on campus, room and board. Indirect costs are those costs that you incur while you're going to college, but you don't pay the university directly. And typically they include transportation to and from the university, miscellaneous expenses, and room and board if you commute to the college. Here is a typical charge for someone who's going to be a commuter for this coming year. Again, these are estimates. They're not final tuition and fees, but they're very close. So a commuter can look to be charged about $14,484 for the year. And this is a financial aid offer for a student. They're receiving a trustee scholarship in the amount of $7,000, a federal Pell Grant in the amount of $6,495, and a New Jersey tuition aid grant in the amount of $8,700. So that is $22,195. So that's a good amount of free money that this person has earned. If we take the total cost of $14,484 minus the total free money of $22,195, this person doesn't owe the university any money. In fact, they get a refund. And again, here's the indirect costs that I talked about earlier. Again, these are just costs that a commuter incurs while they go to university, but they don't pay the university directly. Now, here are direct costs for a student who lives on campus. Again, tuition and fees, and then room and board. And again, these are averages because we don't know what residence hall a student's going to live in or what meal plan a student's going to use. So $27,218. This offer for a student, they're receiving the trustee scholarship in the amount of $6,000 and a Pell Grant in the amount of $5,145 and a tuition aid grant, $7,692. Again, all free, $18,837. Once again, we do the math, $27,218 minus the free money, $18,837, leaves a balance for the year to pay of $8,381. So at the university, what we do is, because we charge by semester, we can divide this by 2. So, it's about $4,000 something a semester. And then we could break that up into 5 monthly payments, interest-free. So that's really affordable. However, some students will take out loans. And you could take out a loan for about $5,500 to reduce that. And then that brings it down to perhaps $3,000 or $2,800. And then we divide that by 2. So then it really brings it down to, maybe about $800 a semester. So it's all affordable for you. And here's the loans. Now, the subsidized loan is the better of the 2 loans. And why is that? Because the government pays the interest for you on the loan. The interest doesn't build up while you're in school. It doesn't accrue. It doesn't capitalize. So let's say you borrow $14,000 in a subsidized loan. When you graduate, you only owe $14,000. Then, when you graduate, you start paying back both principal and interest. But up until you graduate, there's no interest that accrues or capitalizes. The unsubsidized loan, the government doesn't pay the interest. So the interest starts to accrue and capitalize while you're in school. So the better of the two loans, the subsidized loan. Now, the indirect cost for someone who lives on campus would be these charges. Now, here's some common federal aid programs. The federal Pell Grant, the Tuition Aid Grant Program, Teacher Educational Assistance, College Higher Education Grant. This is for students who want to be teachers. And then the Direct Loans and Plus Loan Program. Some New Jersey programs, TAG, Tuition Aid Grant for full-time students. Part-time is only for county colleges. EOF, the Governor Urban Scholarship. And again, if you receive the state grant, you have to fill out your FAFSA before April 15th of any year. And then the student loans, again, the interest rate this year happens to be 3.73%, and it changes every July 1st. How much can a student borrow every year? Well, freshmen can borrow $3,500, sophomores $4,500, and juniors and seniors $5,500 each year. This is WP Connect and the financial aid section. This is where you can look at your awards. You can apply for financial aid, apply for summer aid, complete the New Jersey financial aid application there, and do other work here. So you're going to do a lot of work here once you attend a university. If you're interested in federal work study, that means working on campus, you can earn the state minimum wage of $13 an hour and work in offices, work for athletics, even work off campus and earn at least $13 an hour, if not more. This is the website that you would log on to, and you would find out more information here. A lot of students work on campus, and it saves, you don't have to commute off campus, you don't have to find a job off campus, save gas money, especially with the high gas rates now. So it's really beneficial. Satisfactory academic progress. In order to maintain financial aid, you must have certain grades. You must have at least a 2.0 GPA and a completion rate of 67%. The completion rate means that you can't fail or withdraw from too many courses. If you fail or withdraw from too many courses, or you don't have a 2.0, you have the right to appeal. The best thing, though, is make sure that you keep your GPA above a 2.0 and don't fail or withdraw from too many courses. There's special circumstances. Let's say that your parent becomes unemployed or disabled, or your parent retires, or if one of your parents die, or there's a divorce or separation, or any one of these factors. These really affect the way your family can pay for your college tuition. Our staff will work with you, and what we'll do is remove your income on your financial aid form now and replace it with your current information. Because the income we're using now is 2 years old, and it's not fair to use that income if your current situation has changed. So we will work with you, and you'll just go to our Forms tab on our financial aid page and click on the Special Conditions Request form and submit it, and we will work with you and try to get you the most financial aid we can get you. Again, here's information. Now, one of the things that Dan alluded to in his presentation is something pretty much brand new. The Pledge for Success is new for students and families who make under $65,000 a year. Whatever the state and federal government doesn't cover, William Patterson will cover the rest. So let's say after TAG and Pell, this is only for tuition and fees. Let's say only TAG and Pell covers everything but maybe $1,000. William Patterson will cover the rest of the $1,000. Let's say TAG and Pell covers everything but $3,000. William Patterson will cover the rest of the $3,000. And for families who make between $65,000, $1, and $80,000, there'll be a sliding scale where families will only have to pay out of their pocket about $3,750 a semester. So the Pledge for Success is for students who are coming into the university who have 0 to 60 credits. So it's really a great tool to help finance your education. And we hope to employ it this year, and we'll be redoing a lot of financial aid offers for students going forward in the next few weeks. Here is more of our contact information if you need it. Thank you for your attention.
Awesome. Thanks, Michael, for taking us through the financial aid process this evening. Again, hopefully many, if not all of our students have filed their FAFSA and have looked at your financial aid offer and, have a better understanding of that because, going to college is a big financial decision. It's a big financial investment. And you want to make sure that you're giving yourself, the best financial future possible, while also being able to attend, the school that you would like to. So we thank Michael for being here this evening to chat with everybody about that. All right, so far tonight, you've heard from us in the admissions office about what your next steps look like to enrollment here at William Patterson, and some things to consider like paying your deposit and placement testing and orientation, and how we'll put your schedules together and all that. And then you just heard from Michael in terms of the financial picture. But we'd also like to talk to you more about the career development side as well too, right? We showed that slide multiple times about this, being what's your ultimate goal, right? What's the next step? And, we know that's an important part in the process, and, how we can help you get to that next goal. So joining us tonight from the Career Development Center is the director, Mary Alice Barrows, and she's here. So I'm going to introduce her and let her take away into the next part of our presentation. So Mary Alice, welcome.
Hi, thank you so much, Dan. I'm really excited to be here with all of you this evening. As Dan mentioned, my name is Mary Alice Barrows, and I'm currently the interim director of our Career Development Center here on campus. So today I'd like to share with you how our office better prepares our students and supports them through their entire experience here at William Patterson. I'm just going to share my screen. I have a couple slides that I wanted to share with you to illustrate our services and how we help our students. Can everybody see that? Okay.
Yep.
Okay, great. Thank you. Okay. So we like to say in the Career Development Center that your journey starts here, right here with us. Within the Career Development Center, as you know, I am Mary Alice. I'm the interim director, and I'm going to introduce you to our staff in a couple minutes. But within our office, we are a comprehensive centralized career center. Our office is located in the Student Center on the 3rd floor in UC 301. Our goal is to offer services that encourage all students and alumni to realize their full potential and pursue their professional goals. And we provide specific services and career readiness education programs to help students explore career possibilities and connect them to their interests, skills, and ideas about what they might like to do after graduation. So our services include major exploration, one-on-one and group career coaching. We have a virtual online job board and career, I like to call it our career app, Handshake. That is how students will connect with us and engage with us from day one. And then all students have accounts, and I'm going to talk a little bit more about Handshake connects with our employers and our students as we go throughout the presentation. We host employer recruiting, career events, and job and internship opportunities for our students. And we also have our Pesci Family Mentoring Program that is part of our office. So here is our staff. Our team is made up of 5 career professionals. Each of our professionals has a master's degree and has years of experience in career education and career coaching. We work collaboratively across all different areas of the university, and each of our staff member is connected specifically to a college or a major within the university. So we provide targeted job coaching and placement with our students. I apologize, my dog is barking and I'm so sorry. Within our career counseling and coaching preparation, we host one-on-one counseling. So each of our career counselors has office hours and students can make one-on-one appointments with them. And we also do small career meetups throughout the year targeted towards different career communities and majors. We work specifically with students to identify what their interests are and connect them to majors at William Patterson, and also for students who are pretty sure and confident in what they want to do, show them all the different possibilities that they can do with that area of study and their academics. We work with graduate school preparation as well as a big focus on the internship search. We also prep students for internships and jobs through resume and cover letter preparation. We do mock interviews. We work with getting them all set up on LinkedIn, working on developing their networking skills, professional mentoring, and our employer connections. So our main goal is to help our students figure out what they want to do and then provide them opportunities to make connections to alumni, professionals, and our employer partners during their entire experience here at William Patterson. Oops, I went the wrong way. So a big focus of our area, in addition to preparing our students and providing targeted career education, is recruiting. So we work with a large group of employer partners who specifically want to recruit William Patterson students. Each year we host annual career fairs and targeted networking events for our students to connect with employers as well as alumni from all different areas and industries. We host on-campus interviews and specific recruiting events, partnering with different academic departments. To prep our students for these big events, we do targeted career workshops and webinars. We host a hybrid events in terms of this year we had a mix of online, virtual programming, as well as in-person programming. A big area that employers focus on is employer information sessions. So we bring, this past year, we had over, I believe, 300 different employer partners host workshops virtually for our students. So these are local, everyone ranging from local employers to big national brand names. So Handshake is a key tool in this, and I'll talk a little bit more about that as we go along. And as I mentioned, we are all about preparing students and getting them ready for these opportunities through our prep events, such as our resume and mock interview prep events. And we even bring employers to campus for our mock interview days, so they get a chance to work one-on-one and get prepped for interviews from employers who are working in the field and interviewing on a daily basis. And this past year, we started something called Career Treks. It's been a little tricky with COVID, but we've done them virtually as well as in person, where we bring a group of students to a company for a site visit, and they get a behind the scenes tour of what it would be like to work there. So these are some of our key recruiting initiatives that we host through our office and our staff manages. As you'll see at the bottom, you see a percentage. So 84% of our students from the class of 2021 indicated that they had secured a career outcome, either a job, graduates or graduate school within 9 months of graduation. So this is something we're really excited about. And I'm going to show you some of the places where our graduates have landed career outcomes after graduation in just a moment. So I've mentioned Handshake a few times, and what Handshake basically is, it's our virtual career center. So students have access to Handshake from the moment they step onto campus and an account is created for them. We work with faculty as well as our first year experience program through Willpower to make sure our students connect to Handshake from the moment they come to campus. Handshake is going to be how they stay connected with our office. They can make appointments with our team directly through Handshake. This is where all of our employer database is housed. So they have access not only to all the employers we're connected to, but all the employers that are using Handshake across the nation. Handshake is the #1 career management system. So not only are our students getting access to our employers, but to all Handshake employers. So it's the #1 platform, and a majority of colleges and universities are using this. So this is a great benefit to our students. They can also view all of our events, career fairs, upload their resume. All students will have a profile. And this is going to be the #1 way they engage with employers when they're not attending events or programs physically on campus. And as I mentioned before, we've been doing a mix of virtual and hybrid. A lot of our employer partners have had great success with hosting virtual workshops throughout the year. So they can pop on over lunch and attend a session from an employer, get to know them, and hear all about their hiring opportunities directly from the employer. So the virtual atmosphere has worked really well for these types of programs right through Handshake. So we have a couple career readiness programs that we also host throughout our office. Our first is our Career and Professional Success Badge. We call it CAPS. It's a stackable career credential that students can earn over their 4 years at William Patterson. Upon completion, they'll receive a certificate from our office in addition to all the skills and connections they're going to build throughout this program. If they complete 3 digital badges within the university, they can get inducted to the Leeds Honor Society upon their senior year. So this is another great advantage and a resume builder that they could add to their resume. We really focus on building some of those key career readiness skills and really prepping our students for successful internships and jobs through our CAPS badge. Additionally, we have career communities here at William Patterson, and through our office, each of our counselors that will work specifically with a different career community. So this is another way students receive targeted career programming, one-on-one coaching, connections to alumni and employers, and they'll have targeted events that they can attend that connect to their career community of interest. So students can join multiple career communities, but we like to really focus with them and narrow down the areas that are of most interest to them. Here are a few of our areas where alumni work and students have interned. These are a couple of our key employer partners that we work with on a regular basis and come to our career fairs, recruiting events, host recruiting programs at William Patterson. So we work with a variety of employers across all industries. And we really work on making those one-on-one connections. And we really want our students to engage early with us in terms of our recruiting programs. We're finding more and more of these alumni partners are actually looking to recruit earlier. So we want students engaged as early as their freshman year because there's some really great opportunities students can get even in that summer of their freshman going to sophomore year with these companies. If they get into one of these, they call it pipeline recruiting programs, they have an opportunity to get to know the company, but then potentially get put into a pool for internships the next year. They do that program, they'll get into internships the following year. And then a lot of our students who go through these programs end up with job offers before the start of their senior year. So we're really working with our students to get them engaged and connected into some of these specialized recruiting programs with our employer partners, because it's going to set them up for not only multiple internship opportunities, but potentially job offers. Another highlight and key feature of our office is our Pesce Family Mentoring Institute. We have our professional mentoring program housed right within the Career Development Center. And the goal of this program is to help students have a mentor and have another person in their circle to provide career coaching, guidance, networking, and we really want to help them navigate their interests and the world of work. So that mentor is going to be another resource for them to connect and gain experience. So our program specifically individually matches students with a mentor based on their areas of interest, their major, who can offer career advice and guidance. Students are eligible to apply for this program once they reach sophomore year. However, we're encouraging our students at the spring semester of their freshman year to start to apply to the program, because we want to be able to match them as early as possible. We found that students who get matched as early as their sophomore year have the ability to stay and continue in the program with that same mentor and really build and foster a relationship over multiple years during their experience. We have a variety of information, testimonials, and videos right on our website. So if you're interested in learning a little bit more about our Pesce Family Mentoring Institute, please visit our website and find a lot of our information. This program has been part of our office for the last 8 years, and it has grown from somewhere from 70 students to participating to we're at 300 this year. So this program is growing, and it's a great resource for our students and our mentors who participate in the program. Last year, we had 97% of our Pesce mentees, our graduates, who also secured a first destination career outcome, compared to 71% of our students who did not participate in the program. So this program not only helps students while they're here, is also, we're finding through our data and research that students are getting opportunities and career outcomes at a faster rate and a higher rate. So it's a great program in terms of our career outcomes. And then finally, as I mentioned, we like to work with students from the moment they step foot on campus. So at orientation this summer, you will see some specific career programming and opportunities to engage with us. But we work very closely with our first year experience program, and we will have an opportunity to meet all of our freshmen in our Willpower 102 course in the spring semester. And through this, we really work on creating a 4-year plan and a specific career goals that students can work on each year. So we really want to create this developmental plan for students, so that way they're not getting to their senior year and saying, oh, what do I need to do to get that job that I want? We want to start in that freshman year and build step by step. And we have specific activities and programs that we work with both the first year experience as well as our academic partners and campus partners to really start to integrate and embed the idea of career development, throughout their college experience. So here are just a couple examples of some of the things we try to focus on in the first year, especially with the exploration of majors. We have a grade assessment students will take as part of their first year experience called Pathway U, and it really helps them identify what their key interests are, their values, workplace preferences, and skills, and how it connects to their specific major and also the industry that they might be interested in going into. So it's really hands-on, it's very informative. So again, we're really working with your son or daughter every step of the way, and we want to engage with them as early as possible to set them up for success regarding their future after William Patterson. I know I covered a lot, and I feel like as though I went through it really quickly, but if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to reach out to the Career Development Center here at William Patterson. I've put up our main career development email, phone number, as well as our social media handle. So feel free to follow us. You can really get a sense from our social media, all the different programs and services that we offer. So thank you.
All right, thank you, Mary Alice, for being here tonight and for sharing that wonderful information with us. It's great to know that students will receive that support from day one. You know, especially with that last slide about talking about developing that career plan, that 4-year plan, right from that first days on campus. So we thank you for being here tonight and sharing that information with our students, and hopefully for all of our students and learners, that's an exciting thing to think about, right? Where you might be a few years from now, hopefully starting that dream job of yours. So now that we've made it through all 3 of our main presentations, I'm gonna invite our student ambassadors, Allison and Jay, to join us for the tour. And there they are. I see Jay popping up on the screen. There's Allison. All right. I've made both of you guys co-hosts. So if you guys have, you know, if you, oh no, maybe I didn't, Jay. There we go.
Yeah, I'm on the wrong account.
All right. Yeah, you faked me out there for a second. So, all right. So, Michelle, Stephanie, Missy, and myself will continue to monitor the questions in the chat. But let me turn it over to Jay and Allison so they can take us to the chat.
You can't get back to the chat.
Okay, I got it.
All right, so everyone can see my screen.
Yep.
Made it full screen. All right, so hi everyone. My name is Jay. I am a senior nursing student, and I am a commuter.
And my name is Allison. I'm also a senior nursing student, and I am currently living on campus.
So we're gonna get started. Like Dan said, if you have any questions, feel free to put them in the chat. But yeah, so our first stop is Morrison Hall. This is what we like to call our one-stop shop. That is because it has all the different offices involved with committing to William-Paterson, getting information, all that fun stuff. We have undergraduate admissions, graduate admissions, financial aid, the registrar, student enrollment services. So basically, if you have any and all questions, you go here, and it's all conveniently located. It has its own parking lot and everything, so you guys definitely can't miss it. So we have that for you. And then for our second stop, I'll take it away.
This is Shea Performing Arts Center. This is our largest auditorium on campus. It seats about 1,000 students. You can see here, so it's pretty big. We do a whole bunch of different shows here. They've had outside people come in. They've had students have had their recitals here. They've had governor debates here in the past. So it's just really an auditorium for all sorts of different events. And then in addition to that, our music majors are primarily located in this building as well. So the whole like bottom floor is all different types of practice rooms. So if you're interested in that, that's definitely where you'll be spending a lot of your time.
And then Robinger Hall is home to criminal justice as well as legal studies. You are also likely to have a couple of your UCC classes here. So UCC stands for University Core Curriculum, also known as your Gen Eds. A couple notable offices that we also have would be our study abroad, our EOF program, as well as our honors college. EOF and honors college are separate applications. And then the way our study abroad works is that you pay William-Paterson tuition, whether you go internationally or nationally, and then you pay whatever institutions you go to's room and board. We actually just had a friend who visited the University of South Carolina last semester, and he had a great time there. So definitely something to take advantage of if you want to switch things up for a bit.
All right, this is University Hall. This is home to nursing, public health, and speech pathology. This here is kind of the main lobby area. You can see we have an Einstein's bagels over there. So, you know, it's a really great place to kind of grab a cup of coffee or a snack or something in between classes, which is really awesome. This is an example of one of our nursing labs. So you can see the beds are set up pretty much as like realistic as a hospital setting as possible. We have a whole bunch of different types of mannequins, low fidelity, high fidelity, all of that we like to give our students some hands-on practice for before you graduate. You know, we want you to get as much practice as possible. And then downstairs is our speech pathology clinic. This is a live clinic that is open to the public. So it's really awesome. Again, like we want our students to get as much hands-on experience in undergrad before they're out in the real world and kind of, you know, try to figure things out for themselves. And then lastly, we just like to highlight the study rooms. So we have study rooms in all of our academic buildings. They all are first come, first serve, and then all of them kind of come equipped with, you know, like a table, desks, whiteboard, TV, all of that. That's really optimal for both group and individual studying.
And then this is Preakness Hall, home to English as well as kinesiology. So this is going to be an example of one of our lecture halls on campus. As you can see, it's a decent size, so you can fit a bunch of students there. But if you were to have class, the seats wouldn't necessarily fill up. And that is simply because of our small student to teacher ratio. So it's around 17:1. So you may have class here, you may not. On the other hand, a more typical style classroom would be one of these. This is going to be our active learning style classroom. So as you can see, we have whiteboards all around the perimeter, and we utilize tables instead of desks. That way it's easy for the professor to move the class around, easier for group work, just promoting engagement. And then we also have the TV. And then something fun for our athletic training and kinesiology majors is going to be an example of their lab. So this is basically just like nursing and speech pathology. We're very big clinical experience. So we want you to know what you're working with before sending you out. So we have all the different treadmills. Something we like to highlight over here is our anti-gravity treadmill. So this is for people who are kind of relearning how to walk after injuries. So our students get to go in it, they get to try it out, they know the motions, and are able to properly assist you. And then this is going to be just another main lobby. So lots of seating. We also have the other study room, as you can see. We also have one of our tutoring options here. This would be the writing center. So basically you can take in any paper, resume, whatever assignment or not, they will look at it for you. They'll make some comments, point you in the right direction, and then you can work from there. They're never actually writing your paper for you or making the actual adjustments for you. So you still have that ownership of your work, which is nice. And then this is Whiteman Gym. Here is gonna be our Olympic-sized swimming pool. So it is home to our swim and dive team. And then when they are not in session, it's open to all students for like free swim. Sometimes we have different events going on, like a night swim and all of that. If you are a certified lifeguard, that is also a job opportunity on campus. And then also in Whiteman Gym is kind of more like a high school gym. So it's a little smaller than your traditional like Division III collegiate gym, but this is for your special education as well as physical education majors. So we have community members come in, and our students get to work with them. So with like lesson plans, all of that, they get to try all that out. And then we also have our athletes gym here for our athletes. So they have their own personal space rather than utilizing the other two facilities that we have.
All right, so this is our student center. This is kind of like the main spot on campus. Over here is our Starbucks on campus. So you can see, first off, we have a really awesome cafe over here. There's a piano. Students can kind of, you know, play and to relieve stress that way. Oh my gosh, sorry. And then, so this is, like I was saying, this is our on-campus Starbucks. It's like a Barnes & Noble or a Target Starbucks, if you will. So it has all the staples, but it's not a full menu item or fully menu. And then connected to this, we have our convenience store on campus. It's kind of where Jay's zooming in. It's really great, you know, if you just need to pick up a few things in between classes, or if you have visitors and they forgot like their toothbrush or something like that, it's an awesome opportunity or awesome place to kind of go grab. And then this is our bookstore. So this is where you're going to get all of your William Patterson apparel, everything orange and black. And then in addition to that, all of our professors are required to have a copy of their textbook available through the bookstore. Something that William Patterson does, which is really cool, is we do offer price matching. And the way that that works is if you find your textbook somewhere cheaper, like Amazon or Chegg, you kind of bring in the screenshot of the price, you show it to the people, they'll sell you the book for face value, but whatever that difference was, you're gonna get on a gift card, and then you can use it for more textbooks, more apparel, really whatever you wanna use it for. This is our arcade on campus. It's really a fun spot to kind of hang out. It's been a little bit updated. There's more like flat screen TVs and stages and stuff. So it's more, you know, people can bring their gaming consoles and things like that and do their own little tournaments that way. But you still see we have the old school arcade games and the pool tables and everything like that. And it's a great spot to kind of blow off some steam. And then this is our food court. This is one of our main dining options on campus. We also have a traditional dining hall as well. It's a little bit updated, but it's pretty much everything that you can think of in terms of like a mall food court. So, you know, we have like the fried food, there's the sushi, the pizzas, the subs, all of that you're going to be able to find here. And it takes like your meal plan or your Pioneer, which like the Flex dollars, I think a lot of places call it as well. So it kind of takes really whatever you want, cash card, however you'd like to pay for it. And then something really fun about William Patterson is we have this thing called Common Hour. So every Tuesday and Thursday from 12:30 to 2, nobody has any classes during this time. And since nobody has any classes, the school likes to kind of put on all sorts of different events. So they've had Can Jam, they have Cornhole. You can see here all these different booths and stuff. And it's kind of just like on the nice days, it's just like a really big party on the quad. And it's just kind of a great place to hang out. And then also a lot of clubs will utilize this time for meetings. A lot of our Greek life will have meetings during this time just because nobody has class. So it's a great opportunity to schedule things so you know that everyone can make it.
And then this is our science hall. We actually have Science Hall East and Science Hall West. One is mostly our lab sciences, and then the other is our lecture halls. So this is going to be the main lobby. They're really convenient because they are connected. So you never have to worry about walking in the rain or in the cold between lab and lecture. We also offer another one of our free tutoring centers here, and that's going to be the Science Enrichment Center. So that is drop-in tutoring. You look for the subject, what time it's being offered, and it's either peer tutoring or by your professor. A lot of professors are kind enough to offer extra credit for your attendance. So that's definitely something to take advantage of because it can really make the difference in maybe even a whole letter grade. But in terms of sciences, you are required to take at least one math and one science as part of our curriculum. However, whatever that science may be, that's up to you. You can take astronomy, animal biology, whatever you want, physics if you were a science person. And then the same thing goes for math. So this is all of our science do come with a lab portion. So this is just an example of one of our labs, just pretty standard. It comes with all of your equipment. You get a set of safety goggles, lab manual, everything you really need is given to you, so you don't have to worry about that. And then on the other hand, this is gonna be kind of like your lecture part of the class. So this is kind of a good example of your average class size. Your lecture sizes might be a little bigger than your labs because professors tend to combine lab sections. However, it will never exceed around 60 students. And then you still get that one-to-one time with your professors during lab. So that's still nice. And then connected to the science hall, we do have our Pioneer parking garage. So this is going to be the only parking on campus that you do have to pay for. So freshmen can have their parking, can have their cars on campus all 4 years. It's completely free. You just have to register online. But this just gives you another option if you have a bunch of classes in the science halls, or you tend to run late, you don't really want to look for parking, things like that. And you can pay by day, by semester, or even by year, I believe. And then this is Ben Shahn. This is just an example of one of our 2 art galleries. This is the one on campus. So Ben Shahn has 2 rotating galleries, and it rotates by student work, professor work, or even outside artists. It's really nice. It's completely free. Honestly, beats taking a train to the city, saves you money for the Met. So if you ever have visitors on campus, I always try to bring them down here. And then we also have our computer labs here as well. We have both Windows and Mac labs. The rest of campus, aside from our comm building, is Windows. So if you ever need a Mac processing system, this is the place to go. And now we are going to head over to our res halls.
All right, so this is High Mountain West. High Mountain West and High Mountain East are sister buildings, and then Hillside is the other freshman dorm that we have. So High Mountain East and West are pretty much the same type of building. Something fun about William Patterson is there are no communal bathrooms. So all of our housing options is going to be 2 double rooms connected by a Jack and Jill bathroom. So you can see here, this is an example of one of the rooms. Oh, it was an example of one of the rooms. The pictures, the panorama things are a little bit distorted. They're actually a really good size. And so you'll have 2 rooms, it's you and a roommate, and then you're gonna share a bathroom with your 2 other suite mates. And this is an example of the bathroom here. You can kind of see, it's your standard bathroom, the 2 sinks, the toilet stall, and then your shower as well. So you are responsible for cleaning that, but that's kind of how that works. And then we have free laundry in all of our buildings. You're just responsible for bringing your own, detergent and dryer sheets. And then we have mail straight to the buildings as well. And then this is kind of a picture. This is one of our other gym facilities on campus. This is our Overlook Fitness Center. So it's actually right by the res halls, which is really nice. And you can see it's a little bit more machine based. We also have another gym in the rec, which is more of like free weight based, if you will. So this is an option for our students as well.
And then now we're going to head over to one of our off-campus locations, 1600 Valley Road. And this is going to be home to our business and education majors. So right over here, this is our Global Financial Service Institute. So this is, again, back to all of our science majors, kind of just like business as well. We like to set you up with the equipment that you're going to expect in the field. So this room is mainly for analytics and whatnot. And so we also have a live stock wall, which is really nice. So this is updated in real time with New York. We also have our professional sales room right here. So this is a mock sales room. We do have a bunch of different business competitions on campus, which involve other schools. And this is kind of where you get to practice your pitch. It is recorded. Your professor sits outside the dual mirror and it's recorded. And so that's great because you're able to critique yourself, you're able to see your mistakes. And then if you did a really good job, you also have that copy available for you if you ever want to pitch it for at a job interview. And then since Valley Road is off campus, it is only 5 minutes off campus. We do provide a shuttle. However, there's also a parking lot if you would prefer to drive. We try to make it easy on you and offer a dining hall cafe situation here. So as you can see, there's lots of indoor outdoor seating, which is really nice on this lake. And then we also have the inside where you can easily just buy lunch, coffee, whatever you need. You never actually have to leave and worry about going back to main campus to eat. We'll definitely keep you fed. But now we are going to head over to Hamilton Hall. And so this is going to be our communications building. So at Hamilton Hall, we have 2 different acting studios. So as you can see here, we have the studio, and then we also have our production side. So you'll get a chance to work both directing and producing as a comm major. We also have Brave New Radio, which is won Best College radio station in the nation the past 5 or 6 years in a row now. So that's really great if that's something that you're interested in. You do not have to be a communications major to be a part of it. We also have, this is an example of our production side. So you get to use all the different equipment. Our TV studios, our desk, and other equipment that we have has been donated by actual New York stations. So all of the best for us. And then we also have a nice rent it system. So instead of having to go out and buy your own equipment, your own cameras, lighting, whatever it may be, you can rent it right at Hamilton Hall, and it's completely free. You just have to give them your ID, and then they give you a certain time frame, and then you can just borrow it for projects and whatnot. And then we also have our TV sports desk. That's another club option that we have on campus. It all premieres live streaming, all of that. But now we will head to our last stop, and that's going to be the library.
All right, so this is the David and Lorraine Chang Library. We like to start off by saying during midterms and finals, our library is open 24/7, which is really awesome because, that's when you have the most work. That's when you want to get the most studying done. So that is an option for our students, and it's kind of a place that you can always have open to work on. This is the main floor here. I like to call it the group study floor. You could be a little bit louder here. Obviously, you still have to be respectful. You're in a lot. Here and kind of silence. So a whole bunch of different things. You can see there's dividers, and it's just definitely more of a quiet vibe if you look. And then also have study rooms in the library as well. These study rooms are a little bit difficult to reserve them. You do it for 3 hours at a time. which is great. So, you know, you have a place to kind of sit down and work. Or two options on campus. The Academic Success Center, it's geared to say you cannot utilize it as have this interlibrary loan. Thank you, Jay. So if you are doing a project and you find some really good, you know, research articles or something like that, that William Patterson doesn't have access to, our librarians will reach out to other libraries to get access to that article for you. It takes about a day or so to get completed. So that's definitely something you need to plan for and allocate the time for, but it's definitely really a good option and you should utilize it if it's something that you need. And I think that's everything.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Jay and Allison. Great job of taking us around campus. So everybody got to see over 400 acres in less than 20 minutes. So just a reminder, we do have our final spring open house coming up this Sunday, May 1st. So if you want to join us in person and see everything, please come to campus. It's a great day. You can meet with faculty members from all the different departments, meet the different services and departments around campus, and get any additional other questions you may need answered. So I know a lot of you had questions tonight. You got a lot of your questions answered in the chat, and we thank you for being here tonight. The admissions office will be available all week to answer any other additional questions you may have before you make that final decision. We hope that tonight showed why William Patterson should be your choice for college in the fall. So again, thank you everybody for being here tonight, and we can answer additional questions throughout the week that you may have, but that will end tonight's session. Congratulations again on your acceptance to William Patterson. Have a great evening, everyone.
Have a nice day.
All right, we're going to close out the session in another minute.